Hey everyone, good evening. Markets just closed and I'm here with what happened today. So we'll just go through some charts today. As you know, today was the first day of week 3 trading and the SPY closed lower. I'm getting to be a little worried here with the flattening. If you see in the charts, we talked yesterday that it's not been able to take out this prior high. Well, it did, but not really, right? And then is it going to turn over, call back? We don't know. The price just dipped below the 5-day moving average. Everything is bunched up out here, so we'll have to see whether there's a breakout or we keep going lower for a little longer. The 50-day is still well below, so we are nowhere close to that. And I would watch out for that. If it starts to come down, how close does it come to the 50-day, right? Moving on to QQQ, had a fantastic reversal. Started at the low out here, and then as you can see, almost closed flat, right? But a similar situation like SPY had a high, which it's trying to breach through, and it's not yet able to, right? And we see this hump type of chart pattern, which really doesn't mean anything, but just other than the fact that it seems to be losing momentum. Next, looking at IWM, clearly the worst of the three major markets. Well, I do track the Dow Jones as well, but I never trade it. So IWM, as you can see, is really broken down. Really can't catch anything. It was going through this range. So far, the last 8 trading days, today it fell even below that. I won't be shocked if it goes down and touches the 50-day very soon. Wanted to look at the VIX because it jumped about 4% today, and doesn't mean much, but it did cross over the 50-day with a big gap. So it was a gap up. It had gone much higher, I believe, all the way till 14.3, and then it closed at 13.8. But seems like it may be trying to take up this high that it reached, the 14.5 level, probably go on till even 15 or so. So that's something to worry about as we go through this January, the first month of the year. I wanted to look at XLF because we have had some financials actually report their results. And I believe today we had Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley. So this is not looking good out here. It had been flat for a long time, and today it actually dipped under all its moving averages. So unless it can pull through and go back up and clear this high, I think we are more in a situation where the downside risk is higher than any upside potential. So that's XLF, the sector which is the only one which has had a number of its underlying stocks report earnings. Wanted to look at the dollar because I think it's important. Today there was a gap up, a big gap up. Actually, you don't usually see dollar move this much. It moved almost, well, 0.87, which is very, very strong move up by the dollar. And we know that when the dollar goes up, the rest of the market, the stock market, typically goes down. So something to watch for. I also noticed that the 50-day, it's a divergent indicator. The 50-day is about to cross below the 200-day. But, that's the tail effect. So we have to see the here and now. And we can see that the price actually moved above this range that it was trading at for almost a month out here, right? So something to watch out for. And then some Magnificent Seven stocks. Apple can't catch a break. I was trying, and today, big gap down. It still remains below the 50-day, almost touching the 200-day. doesn't look good at all. NVDA, polar opposite, this really goes from strength to strength. Nothing looks like can stop it, and closed at about 563 today. So really touched another high. And I don't know what stops it. I think you play with the trend. It's going higher. You go along with the trend, right? That's the right play. Tesla was up today after being massively down in the morning. You see the wick out here, how far below it had come, but it caught up and almost closed 0.5% higher. I don't know if this is like a reversal kind of a candle. I don't think so. All the indicators are still pointing down. So I think the risk remains to the downside. Lastly, I wanted to look at coin because, the Bitcoin hype is still going around. I think it was down today slightly, but coin made some ground after falling quite a bit from its high of 187. It caught up today, did close above the 50 days. So the question now remains whether it holds that and can break through these other indicators, or it's just a little bit of a dead cat bounce out here. My money would be that it's a dead cat bounce. It's got a lot of headwinds on it. With the ETFs, people may prefer to invest in the spot ETFs as opposed to directly on the Bitcoin. And the other thing to worry about is, I believe it's Wednesday when they go to trial, where they have, when they go to court, actually, not trial. Well, I guess it's the same thing. But they go to court where they're trying to push back on the SEC, calling their instruments as securities, and they're trying to prove that they're not. And I think they have a weak case. So that may be a negative catalyst to take this even further down. So I will be looking at whether it goes higher a little bit and maybe bounces off of this 5-day. And in that situation, I'll go a little bit small short on this one. All right, that's it for today. Do reach out at Twitter at Alternate Trader, and you can review our blog at alternatetrader.substack.com. Thank you very much.